you. Think from a space like, and the Queen of Pentacles in specific is Capricorn because it's the nurturing pentacles. That who knows how to self-love, self-nurture. That's what needs to be on your mind. Hello, Capricorn. My name is Kristen Simone Hansen, and welcome to SeaGoat Secrets. Hi Capricorn, I am Kristen and I am a healer. In this video, you are going to get a full rundown of your career for the month of March and how it affects you and your Capricorn placements. I begin with the astrology and I end with a card reading. If at any point in this video you feel connected to me and would like to become a client of mine, you can do so by joining this link here and also in the bio. I welcome you. And as you all know, I am a global citizen and I love connecting with all of you on a worldly and global level. So if you have not already, let me know where you're listening from in the comments and we can all connect and be a strong collective. Now, with all that being said, let's get into this. All right, so Capricorn, hi, how are you? This is your career reading for the month of March. We're going to just jump right in and begin with February. So February was a big deal for you guys career-wise. You did a lot tied to what it is that you can do in order to create more wealth for yourself in the future and how it is that you wanted your career to reflect your self-wealth or a new path, a new projection. You guys could have found yourselves changing by the day in terms of what it is that you wanted to achieve for yourself and what it is that you wanted to create in terms of your social identity. Now, this could have shown up in two different ways when we're looking at February. For some of you, it could have shown up where you had outside accolades. So, and this is big if you were working previously, right? And also if you, in terms of human design, if you are more of a generator versus if you are a projector or reflector, you could have found yourself being more introspective versus if you were more out, you could have, usually the generators and manifesting generators, but nonetheless, if you had done work previously, the accolades could have been very much in the faces of people around you to see. And so by that, I mean, you could have saw increases in your business. You could have been showing off in terms of, especially for those of you who are on social media, in the workplace, people are looking at your success. They were able to see your success, the labor of your hard work. Now, if you are on a more introspective level, then that means that you were doing a lot of changing or a lot of evolving in terms of your business, whether you work for someone else or whether you work for yourself. There was a lot of internal shifts, and the internal shifts, just like the external ones, are an extension of your increase in self-wealth. They're coming from a deeper space of self-love. And this was the way Aquarius wanted to come in and heal your relationship tied to what it is that you could have for yourself. For some of you, for the outward ones, it showed up more in the Pentacles. For the inward ones, it also could have shown up in the Pentacles, but it was more about projecting more of an image of wealth. And this is across the board. Okay. So this was great in terms of February. February really was a turning point in terms of you guys being able to understand what it is that you could achieve for yourself, what is it you could have for yourself, getting a very clear view on yourselves. However, this also came in with a Cancer Mars happening mostly in retrograde throughout February. So you could have had resistance tied to your work. So where there was this progressive light kind of being shown for you really on yourself, the Mars in Cancer could have been creating a lot of back and forth. In terms of what it is that you could achieve or how you could achieve it. So you could have found yourselves going back to the drawing board a lot of refining, a lot of redefining, trying to understand what it is that you want to do, and also trying to understand how you want to better work in a way that's more self-nurturing. Many of you, especially if you work for someone else, could have found yourselves wanting to prioritize self-care over overworking or how do they say punching the clock, wanting to focus more on self-care and how you could be more wealthy in your approach when it comes to work versus being an overdoer in that sense. So that's really good in terms of February's energy and how it lightens up as well. So, and also, especially if you guys work for yourselves or if you're salespeople, you could have found yourself, especially at the end of February, finding a better way to communicate what it is that you sell or what your service is. Versus those of you who have different kind of positions, you could have found yourself just being able to have better conversations with people versus the kind of conversations that you could have had previously, which is very good. Now, when we enter into March, we start March with Venus retrograde happening in Aries. This is big when it comes to what it is that you'll do tied to your wealth, tied to your money, your relationship with your wealth and your money. Self-care, if you did not think about it in February, you are thinking about it in March. And it is at a full degree in March. March wants you to really assess your work-life balance, and it comes in strong. Okay, March is saying it's not necessarily telling you not to work because it's an Aries energy. And then we see a lot, and Aries is moving all throughout March. And then we have a full moon total eclipse happening in Virgo, but I'm going to stay in the first half. And the full moon total eclipse does happen in the first half, along with Mercury retrograde happening in Aries versus the second half. But I'm going to specifically stick to the first half. When we're in the first half of March, this energy has a lot of masculine energy. Okay. It's the integration of the masculine. So it's not that it wants you to be lackadaisical. It's that this energy wants you to understand that you can be both progressive and also effective. And this is derivative of the Aquarian energy that wants to heal your relationship to your wealth, heal your relationship to yourself. And how is it that you work? Remember, when we're talking about Aquarius in second house in this generation, it is the awakening and the deepening of Capricorn's Venusian energy, Venusian awareness. And we're talking about Venus. We're talking about the closest thing to Venus when it comes to Capricorn is Taurus, the master of knowing how to work and when to sleep, how to put in the energy and how to reap the benefits of what it sows. Aquarius wants to heal you from the rough experience that you had previously. And many of you dealt with a lot of rough experiences on and off with your career when it came to the Capricorn Pluto. So this first half of the month has you being passionate and has you being ambitious and driven, but ambitious and driven about your self-care in relation to your work-life balance. And it's a very beautiful energy as well. It's going to have you reevaluating how to bring in more wealth to yourself with doing less action, which is very good. Okay. It's kind of an extension of what you were doing in February as well, because a lot of you were redefining yourselves, understanding yourselves in terms of what it is that you could actually have for yourself, where March is the action steps. March is the practicalization of this energy. Because remember, when we're looking at the fourth house, it is a Cancerian energy, and Cancer is also a business person like Capricorn. Okay. Cancer loves to bring in its pentacles, right? But Cancer is more focused on its currency, keeping the flow coming in and out, because Cancerian energy understands the importance of the home. Most of what Cancer does is the activation of the home, the stabilization of the home. And this is the big thing that comes in for Capricorn, where it's like, less focus on status, right? And more focus on wealthy living. All right. Wealthy living is the conversation. And this comes in for the first half, the full moon in Virgo, because Virgo is your ninth house as well. So it's finalizing those ideas. A lot of the ideas that you put out September of last year, right? When you were thinking how it is that you wanted to go to work, what kind of job is it that you wanted to have for those of you who work for yourselves, the projections you had for your business, finally being able to come to a completion at this time in the first half of March, you being able to see the fruits of your labor or the end results of the things that you have been working on since then. Another thing, as well as we see the first half, we're ending the first half of March with the Mercury happening, with Mercury going retrograde in Aries. And this has you going back into the mind and reevaluating your ideas tied to work-life balance and creating and generating more wealth for yourself so you could live a better life experience, a better practical experience. For those of you in real estate, this is a very good time to sell as much as you can in the first half of the month. But again, selling from a space that is less like a hustler and more like selling the bigger picture, right? So moving into a space where you can reevaluate your approach, where you're looking at yeah, maybe going from flats to interested in selling homes, bigger homes, chasing less people and focused on just building bigger projects, expanding on bigger projects, selling bigger projects. When we go into the second half of the month, we see Sun going into Aries. So this brings a passionate change. This is going to feel very light for you guys. It's going to feel very good. Most of the things that you have been investing in up until this point, like I said, especially from September, you're going to really feel the returns on those investments throughout the month of March. And in the month of the second half of March, we have the last quarter moon happening in Capricorn on the 22nd. So this is going to have you reevaluating yourself. So this could be a change in like your headshots, kind of saying to yourself, okay, how can I pivot my energy a little bit better to make myself even more aligned with generating more wealth, which is, again, wealth is not just about the money itself, but living a more comfortable and more balanced life. A lot of the time when Capricorn seeks overworking, seeks status, it's because of wounds. It's a lot of it is rooted in insecurity, versus when you're coming from a space of a more self-loving space, it's a Capricorn that's more eased, has more grace, understands that through attraction, it can get what it is that it desires versus the hammering away at things. And that is the beautiful clarity that comes with a new generational shift in terms of Aquarian energy, which is nice. We also see Venus going retrograde in Pisces on the 27th, and that is leading us into the new moon partial solar eclipse happening in Aries. So when we see this, again, double retrograde, we go back into a space of, okay, Mercury sitting retrograde in Aries, which has you reevaluating your projects and your relationship tied to self-care. For those of you who are in the business of homes and things like that, it has you reevaluating your approach when it comes to building or it comes to selling. For those of you who also have home-based businesses, this is big. This is a big month. So it's a big month when it has you reevaluating your home office and how you will set up your home space. If you are on social media, kind of projecting an image that is more authentic. Authenticity is a big thing for you this month as well. Selling through authenticity, being more grounded in yourself, coming from a space of more self-love, not chasing the ticket, but allowing the ticket to just be given to you. You more confidence in what it is that you're selling, what it is that you're doing, what it is that you're building, what you are creating, which is very nice. And that confidence will continue to carry you throughout the month. But when we see this Venus retrograde being accompanied, I mean, this is all happening during the same week. So we've got the Venus retrograde in Pisces, the new moon partial solar eclipse in Aries, and the Mercury retrograde entering into Pisces. So this is a big deal. This is a lot of energy that is... let's say that the new moon wants you to have brand new ideas, especially, like I keep saying, for those of you who are in those categories of work. Big if you work from home as well. Home-based businesses can really thrive this month, can really thrive and how they expand and how they are created, and most importantly, how you are approaching them, because you're coming from a space that's more grounded, right? The structure has been built in that sense, and then it can just progress. However, this is backed up by the Venus retrograde happening in Pisces, and then right after the Mercury retrograde also happening in Pisces. So these two things side by side, as you come to these new ideas about how is it that you can have more work-life balance, like I said, be able to sell bigger tickets, be able to do more with doing less, be more authentic in your approach. This has you reevaluating how you communicate that. Okay. And how your communication is directly reflective of what it is you can generate and create for yourself, because of the fact that you may be selling or you have clients or something along those lines in terms of other people. If you work a more traditional position, this has you coming up with new ideas about what it is that you could have for yourself. And again, your work-life balance, or how you're spending more, expanding your money more, but wanting to have a more healthy relationship with your coworkers. This can come at a resistance. You can be up against arguments during this time, but it's there to heal you. Okay. It wants you to be more aware and more mindful in terms of how you communicate yourself and how you can be better in terms of your approach, okay, because of these new ideas that you're having. And then we finish that off with the Neptune going into Aries, which is basically, again, more continuation of the back and forth juxtaposition of Aries, Pisces, Aries, Pisces. And although the two signs are differ, kind of like what I talked about in the personal reading, they are both emotional. One is the new, one is the old. One is the oldest, the eldest, sitting at the 12th house. One is the baby sitting at the first house. And it's kind of this dance between new ideas and the old way, the old versus the new. What will you keep? What will you give away? How will you refine your approach based on intertwining and integrating the two? Okay, so that's the big thing when it comes to this. A lot of pioneering energy when it comes to the subconscious mind as well. And the dance between getting a lot of progress, but also marrying it with wanting a lot of home, home progress as well. In that sense. But I love March in that way because March is a great time, again, to build a lot of wealth for yourself, to generate a lot financially, because comfort is at the highest degree. Comfort is the goal here. So that's what I have for you in terms of the astrology. We're going to get into the reading now. Hi, Capricorn. So here we are with your career reading. This is great. Because we have the Six of Wands. Wow. All right. So we have the Six of Wands here. Excuse me. So we have the Six of Wands here with the Six of Cups. And I am very, very happy to see these two energies, especially when we're talking about two sixes here. Seeing the way in which the two pair. And we also have that with separation clarified by lightning. This is very, let's say, triumphant. It's very big. It's very type of energy. Because I mean, this is the subject, right? So you're getting victory. You're on top in some kind of way. You're progressing. This doesn't necessarily just feel like, oh, the applause you're getting from other people. This feels like your own victory. This feels personal victory, self victory, about you more than it is about anybody else. Now, it doesn't mean that you won't be getting accolades or praise or anything from anyone, but this feels like self-happiness, self-joy, self-victory, self-accolades, self-movement. When this is married here with the Six of Cups in terms of what is it that is going on. So the Six of Cups in this case feels like, again, a more lighthearted energy, of a more childlike energy. But I must say that it also feels like you're getting victory on your own past. Victory on the past, victory over the past. So whatever it is that you are going to be pioneering through this month, it is something that has been carrying on for however much time, or it's something that you have been putting in the work behind the scenes, wanting things to move forward, wanting things to work in your favor, wanting to get that victory. And now you have that victory, Capricorn. You indeed have that victory. And it is very, very nice to watch. When we see separation along with lightning as well, we see again a sudden change, sudden upheaval. Then we also see this uncertainty of the future. So you're getting victory and you are triumphing, or whatever that word is, triumph, moving forward. Let's say that in a very good way. And it's again a victory over the past. However, you're unsure about the future. But keep in mind, this is the subject. So this is what's going on. Paying attention to what has been missing. You're getting shocks. You're getting upheavals, change, transformations in ways that you did not expect. So things coming into the circumstance that you didn't see coming. So beautiful outcomes that you didn't see coming, things working in your favor that you didn't see coming, victories, wins that you didn't see coming. And again, it's all intertwined with this whole, well, the past was this way, so what am I going to do now in the future? The past looked like this, so what is my future now going to look like? One versus the other. this is the kind of energy that comes into play, but it doesn't feel like there's anything super heavy here in terms of what it is that you need to deal with. But you will be getting what it is that you desire in this way. You'll be seeing yourself win. You'll feel like a winner, but again, you're like feeling like a winner. And then as you take 2 steps forward in terms of winning, it's like this feeling of, oh, what is there? There's this vast ocean. There's this openness here. What is it that I do? Where is it that I go? And do I turn this way? Do I turn that way? And what exactly happens from here? What exactly happens from here? And then a surprise happens. Something comes in and it's like, I see this option that I didn't see previously. Okay, boom, this is great. And then let's move this way, and then let's move that way. In your shadow, we've got the, what is that? That is the, I believe that is the 10, usually associated with the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Canes upright. And we see the Elder upright. So your fear when it comes to this month is carrying burdens. You are tired of burdens. You do not want to carry burdens, especially when we see the 6 of Cups. You are getting victory over your past. You do not want to have burdens. You do not want to be carrying heavy loads. Let's say that. And then also when we see the Elder, you can have fears of institutions, fears of institutional decisions, fears of bureaucracy, fears of signing on the dotted line. Can be what's going on with work in terms of dealing with red tape. For those of you who are dealing with contracts or legal matters, fears of, again, the institution not working in your favor and you being burdened and heavied by this energy. But you are victorious. Okay, you are victorious. No need to worry. Rest easy. Lay your head. You are moving, and you're getting the kind of change and the kind of positive upheaval that is going to surprise you. Definitely going to surprise you, even though you don't know what's going on and you're uncertain about what it is that's going on. With the advice, we have the word wants to be written, with defend to the end, the worthwhile. What I love about this is the fact that if you notice, the word wants to be written is showing up with her eyes closed. Where defend to the end, the worthwhile is showing up with her eyes open. One eye closed, another eye open. If you notice, they're 2 of the same. Both are crying. Both are in the same position. So one has your eyes closed, the other, your eyes are open. The word wants to be written. Let that sit with you. What is your truth? The word wants to be written. Speak your truth. Tell your truth. If you have been making work behind the scenes, get the work out. If you need to explain your side of the story with something, if you need your presentation to be understood, if you want this contract, if you want this change, the word wants to be written, and it wants to be written by you. And those eyes are closed, and the word wants to be written from a space of authenticity. And then you open your eyes, defend it to the end. Your word wants to be written, and it wants you to defend it. It wants you to speak for it. It wants you to speak for yourself. It wants you to triumph for yourself. Okay, it's time to bring it out. It's time to step into the spotlight. It's time to show the world what it is that you have. It is time to tell your side. It is time to get the outcome that you feel you deserve. Get the outcome you feel you deserve. It's time. When we see the healing points, we have perfume of Sophia. Earth energy to start. You'll be able to sense the best timing and approach to take to create space for healing and resolutions, victories over the past. Connect to your body and ground yourself in the here and now with bodily friendly practices. You will find your way intuitively and instinctively, even through confusing circumstances where one moment you are sure the answer is no and the next moment you are sure the answer is yes. Give up trying to find the answer right now and remain open with positive but relaxed expectation. That clarity shall emerge spontaneously with divine timing. And this is married with the beautiful, beautiful cyclone energy, which is also earth, double earth. I love seeing double earth in a career reading. Double earth, double pentacles, double things on the ground. Your feet being on the ground and being able to touch, mold, shape, and feel what it is that is coming next. A positive twist of fate and a windfall of good fortune are destined for you. Brightness and hope will alleviate negativity and give you the strength to find your way through a time of adversity or challenge. Finally, you will experience peace, love, and deep connection with your true self and the universe. Good things are on their way to you. So on one hand, we have this earth energy letting you know, hey, divine timing is at play here. Stop trying to figure out all the answers. 1 minute you're sure it's no, next minute you're sure it's yes. Allow it to come into fruition. You focus on defending to the end the worthwhile. You focus on giving your energy to what it is that you know is worth it. Okay? The time is now for you to do this, for you to point out these projects, give what it is that you've been giving to the world, or most importantly, take your victory by the reins and hold it in your hands. Hold your victory in your hands. Allow for positive twists of fate to work in your favor as you hold this victory in your hands. The time is now. But again, it's about grounding your energy. Like we said, space clearing and grounding the energy intuitively and instinctively. Positive changes are here. But you need to breathe into them. Because it's like this victory feels slow. I have to say it feels slow. And again, it's very positive, but it feels slow, and it feels like it's about you. It's about you, the work that you do, the work that you put in, the passion that you're showing. At the bottom of the healing deck, we have more confirmation on instincts. Okay, Beta of Wolf is about understanding how to follow your instincts. I'll read it for you. I believe it's an earth energy for me as well. So that would mean we'd have all earth energies. Yes, it is all earth. Okay, so ground this energy, ground, and that's where you're going to find your victory. Really lean into your earth energy, lean into your pentacle energy this month, most importantly, so you can have victory. This is you really touching, feeling what it is that you want to do next, especially at work, putting your hands in it, okay? Getting it done. Passionately move forward. The word wants to be written. It is time to bring out what it is that you want the world to see from you. The results, whether it's you working from yourself or you having a job, or again, you getting the results that you need. Okay, give yourself enough rest. Only then will you be able to ground yourself. Again, with ground yourself enough to cultivate. This is the overarching energy. Cultivate focus and motivation to fulfill your path. You will find a way through any tricky situation as you tune into your instincts, again with tricky situations, and trust your own timing. From times of change and uncertainty come confidence, love, and resilience. Embrace transition, commit to your tasks, and stay focused, but be flexible in your approach. You have the skill to intuitively handle any situation. Yeah, it's dare I say, for a lot of you, when you're triumphing over the past, it's like whatever has happened up until this point felt difficult, felt tricky, felt confusing, and now it's time to get positive twists of fate. Now it is time. It is time. In your shadow, the overarching energy is Ia Kauri, which lets me know that you are fearful of yourself, of not being able to be this Queen of Pentacles energy, not being able to have this more stable, nurtured, healthy approach to what it is that is going on in your financial plane. And most importantly, your stability. At the bottom of the tarot deck, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So again, the overarching energy here is change. Change from the past into the now. You are having victory. Victory has found you now. Even if you aren't sure about what it is that you will go, you are experiencing the ground floor, an earthly return on your investment. This is very practical. This is very tangible this time around. Tangible things. In terms of the advice, we've got shock of the new along with release the dark wound and let love live. Shock of the new. What does that mean? If this is the overarching energy, shock of the new, release the dark wound and let love live, that lets us know that, again, victory over the past. New things are here. That's the overarching energy. The time is now. It's not what it was. It's not what it used to be. Passion, okay? Passion, self-belief. It heals the failures of the past. What is it that sits at the bottom of the clarity deck? Clarity, the sword and the rose. The sword and the rose, that is the overarching energy here. As you become awakened and aware to the possibilities and your own opportunities, that's what kind of sits you in that space of, oh, wow, okay, I see. What am I going to do with what I see now? Look at all this good shift, good change, good positive change, good here, good there. There's a lot of victory is new for you. This kind of victory brings about great change, great change. Great change. Let's do know, do, think, and feel. No, do, think, feel. Oh, at the bottom of the deck we have judgment. No. Whew. Wheel of Fortune again. Do, understand the possibilities. Think, the Queen of Pentacles. And lastly, let's see, the Lovers. We had this before. We had the Lovers in I think it was the personal reading. We had the Lovers in the personal reading. I love this energy. This is amazing. Oh my goodness, Capricorn. Career is very powerful for you this month. I mean, okay, so no, we've got the Wheel of Fortune again, double confirmation on the fact that you are changing. Things are changing this month. Huge change in fortune with the Wheel of Fortune. So know that things will not be what they were. This is a month of great change, and the change for you is victory. Finally bringing out those projects, finally saying what it is that needs to be said, finally finalizing, let's say, again, contracts, verdicts, endings, finally getting it, finally being there, positive twists of fate. You may not know exactly what it is that's going on, okay? In the physical, in the flesh, you may not know exactly what it is that's going on. You know, yes, but the positive twist of fate is working in your favor. That no yes in combination with the positive twist of fate, like we saw in terms of the overarching energy, is you following your intuition. There is a beautiful resolution here. From times of uncertainty, remember, no to yes. Times of uncertainty becomes love and clarity, positive twist of fate. So what it is that you need to be doing is the Seven of Cups, seeing the limitless possibilities. We saw this before, seeing the truth here, seeing that there are so many options for you. You need to be focused on that, really focused on the options, positive thinking. When you're moving from a space of victory, you see all of the empty cups. You don't feel like you're looking at the spilled ones. You don't feel like there are no other options there for you or no ways out. The work that you guys are putting in, the way you're healing your relationship to the past, it's beautiful. So many things become unearthed, become known to you. What it is that you need to be, thinking is the Queen of Pentacles. So you fear the Queen of Pentacles. No need to fear her. This is you. Think from a space, and the Queen of Pentacles in specific is Capricorn, because it's the nurturing pentacles. That who knows how to self-love, self-nurture. That's what needs to be on your mind. especially when it comes to your money. Self-nurture. You're not making any steps that separate you from your own Venusian sense of self-care. Okay? Yes, you are benefiting. Yes, you are progressing. Yes, you are succeeding, but you're succeeding under the guise of the nurturing queen. Okay? The nurturing queen, and not an overzealous king. Not one that is detached from the self, too focused on the external. The Queen of Pentacles merges both the external and the internal, the feminine with the desire to have more, the desire to have those pentacles. That's why it represents the beauty of the sea goat. What is it that you need to feel is the lovers. The lovers, so things are progressing forward. I love the lovers in a career reading because, again, it's a beautiful, let's say, progressive energy where you know the hands that you shake this month want to sit in the same rooms with you. People want to help you. People want to work with you. People want to know you. People want to connect with you. Choices are being made in your favor. And it's all about connections. It's all about divine relationships, okay? Let's get some advice from the career deck. We're just going to pull 2 cards. We're going to get advice and we're going to get who it is that you need to be. Advice. Who is it that you need to be? Be the authority. The advice is step into your authority. Who is it that you need to be is the person that is ready to move up. Okay? Career is on the rise. New offers and opportunities, salary increase, go to the next level. And your advice is to be self-confident. Be self-confident. You are on a major level up this month. This is amazing. This is amazing. This is amazing. Yeah. It's a very straightforward, very beautiful energy. Be the person who is willing to change, willing to evolve, willing to grow. This is a month of victory, success. But most importantly for you on a personal level first, more than it is for anyone else. Be ready for this. Take control and be ready. Be ready for the change. All right, so I love this energy for you, Capricorn. This is great. Yes. Welcome this in, embrace this. So I love you. Ciao.